Most people think that the key to getting in shape is training hard, but the truth is that your diet matters even more. You might be sabotaging your own weight loss journey without even actually realizing it. Snacking while you're cooking, taking that extra like 2 pieces of bread, not getting enough protein in so your body isn't recovered as well, and eating healthy but you're still overeating so you get more calories in than you're burning. These small habits can actually kill your progress, even if you're training hard. So in this video, I'll break down 3 stages of how to eat to actually lose weight. My name is Romant and I help young guys get into better shape by eating clean and training smart. So if you're someone that likes this type of content, then go down and do like the engagement stuff so that more people can see this type of videos. For the most part of my life, I have been overweight. My own journey started when I was 16, so it is about 7 years ago, and I used to struggle with overeating and losing weight, obviously. But now I can actually control the things that I eat, how much I eat, and it feels so much more easy. And I have gotten into much better shape. By all means, I am not like some bodybuilder or anything like that, but I think it's fair to say that I've improved and I've gotten into better shape. Here are the 3 stages how to eat to get into better shape. Stage 1, type of food. The type of food that you eat actually matters quite a bit more than you're thinking right now. Why are there, so to say, good foods and worse foods? It is because some foods don't have the nutritional value as good as other foods have. You may have noticed when you're eating maybe eggs, meat, something that's like natural and not highly processed, that you actually feel quite full fast. It is because it is packed with protein, packed with nutrients, and it actually fills you up. But now when you think about McDonald's, like Big Mac, you can easily eat a burger that is around 500 calories, I think. Those fries, also around 500 calories. You drink your cola, which is like another 200. And after that, you don't feel as full, This equals to around 1200 calories. When you eat like 6-7 eggs, it is around maybe 300. You see the difference there. With one, you feel so much more full that you don't want to eat anymore. But with the like processed and food that is really like tasty, that we all want to eat for some reason, it doesn't actually fill you up. And when we are trying to lose weight, that's the exact thing that we need to avoid, because we're already eating less amount of calories. So we are already going to feel a little bit more hungry because we're not getting like the sufficient nutrients to like fuel our body like optimally, because it's going into like fat loss mode. When we eat that shitty type of food, that becomes doubled. You feel even more hungry. It is even harder to get in like lose weight or eat less. Now, an actionable thing for you to do is start eating food that is natural. Things that actually are one ingredient, like meat, like rice, things like that. Start avoiding those things that have been put together and you can buy like ready from the store. And also protein. Why is protein important? When you train, your muscles like they make these like micro tears in them. It breaks it down, and to repair those micro tears, to build the muscle stronger, you need protein. Protein is the single like biggest building block to make that connection stronger, and protein makes us more full. So it helps with recovery, so we don't feel as shit after we've trained because we're eating less calories. This means that we're already a little bit more tired, and after we've trained, if you don't eat, we're like that becomes like bigger. So eat more protein, especially meat. Just start putting a little bit more meat in your diet. Stage 2, remove bad foods and habits. My own biggest mistake was that I was mindlessly eating. I came home from school, from work, and I went into the kitchen. I felt hungry, right? So I just opened cupboards, started like choosing some like random things to take out. Oh, okay, cereal, put that in there. Then afterwards, took something from the fridge, and I was just eating based on like feelings. I didn't know how many calories were in it. It didn't matter the type of food that I was getting. So stop eating mindlessly. Have a clear plan of the foods that you want to eat. Because when you don't, it is so easy to go off rails and just zero out your progress. Because you don't know what you're eating. Everything is like you are relying on your like emotions. And you know what happens when we rely on our emotions? For example, do you know when you want to go and work out, but you feel tired? I don't want to go. So you don't go. This is you relying on your emotions. You making that bad decision because you feel like bad. Exactly the same thing with food. You feel, oh, I'm so hungry and I have dieted so well like for the past week. I'll just eat this little thing. No. That's the like biggest place where you go wrong, where I went wrong. That's how I literally zeroed out my progress, and I was still stuck being that like fat chubby kid with a fat roll so big that it rolled over my like body. I used to have a habit of when I was making food, I was hungry, like really hungry before I was making food. So the food preparing took time, and in between that, I took piece of bread, something from the kitchen, another piece of bread. That shit equaled up to like 300 calories. Just mindlessly snacking. And the point here is, if you have some like weird habit that you are doing, like maybe before you go to bed, you have to have like something to snack on. You need to start removing that shit. That won't go. Though you think that it is so small of a step that you don't need to take it, but it might be the single biggest factor that is holding you actually back. Because think about it. Let's say you burn 2000 calories. And you're thinking that I am dieting. I know I am eating 1800 calories. The main food that you're eating is 1800 calories. So that means there is a 200 calorie gap. You will be losing weight because you're in a deficit. But you didn't count those calories that you ate between meals when you were making them. When you had your like weird ritual thing that when I go to bed I have to have this like chocolate piece. Guess what? That shit adds up to like 200 calories. You've eaten 2000 calories, burned 2000 calories. So there will be no progress made. Now you need to count your fucking calories. I know it is annoying. For the longest time I used to be like, I have been doing this fitness thing for long, right? For like 6 years. I can skip this, I thought to myself. Guess what? Those are the periods that I don't make progress. When I don't track, I don't make progress. So you need to be consciously on your diet. You need to know exactly how many calories you're consuming. Because it is so easy to misunderstand the amount of calories that something has. Track like every single calorie that you can. Those little snacks, everything in between. Because then you will have the end amount of calories that you've eaten. You know it for a fact. If you burn more calories than that, you will lose weight. It is so fucking amazing to keep track of that. I recommend you to take a A4 paper and on there put your weight, the amount of calories that you ate, and the another slot for moving or training. So daily you have to take a walk or train in the gym. This keeps you accountable. You see how many calories you have eaten. Because when you don't, you just go, I'll lose weight and I'll do this diet thing. You know, this is the like sure way to not make any progress. You will stay the same. Now, if you're someone struggling with overeating some like random foods that you have on the kitchen counter, then remove those fucking foods. In the book Atomic Habits, the author says, if you want to build a good habit, put the thing that you want to do, like let's take for example, drinking water. Put the water bottle in your near like vicinity. So you constantly see it on your table. This means that unconsciously you're thinking more about it. You start grabbing the bottle, drinking more. And before you know it becomes a habit. The exact same thing happens with shitty food. Like you have some candy. You always have a like bowl of candy on your table in the like living room. You know, the first time you go by, you won't take the candy. Second time you go by, okay, you won't take. The third and fourth time you take 2 candies. It is hard to say no to that when the thing that you're trying to avoid is like in your close vicinity. So just remove, don't even buy those things. I get it, sometimes you want to eat like a Snickers or something that tastes good. I get it, I totally get it. But track that calories and just don't go overboard with it. And just don't buy the things to your home. It's a sure way to just eat the thing anyways. You know, for me, the biggest problem was that I used to do those like cheat days and I'd buy like a actual big amount of like shit like chips, some candy, some like peanuts. And the thing is that it wasn't like, okay, I ate a little bit of chips, there was some left over. I ate like a part of those nuts and those like nothing. When I tell you nothing ever was left, I mean I just ate every single thing. I just couldn't say no to that. The easiest way is just not to buy that. Because sometimes I used to cope with a mindset that I'll buy that and I'll just leave half of it. So maybe it equals up to like 500 calories only. I can afford that. I'll just eat less. But it never worked. I ate the whole thing every single time. Stage 3. Make sure you're actually losing weight. Count those calories in MyFitnessPal. Every single one of them. Don't skip this. Have that little daily checklist. I have mine right there on the whiteboard. And 3. Start moving more. Burn calories with walking, with taking, like, do some, like, random things. Go to the store, but just walk. Park like far away from the store, so you have to take that extra like couple hundred steps and just commit to that thing that you're trying to do. There is no point you watching this video and getting nothing out of it. That is not my goal here. My goal is to actually give you some advice that actually could help you. Even if there's like a little thing, like 2 words that made you like a little bit better, then I'm glad. I'm glad that it helped. But you need to take this seriously. Just go all in with this. You have been trying to lose weight for probably quite a long time. The main reason why you aren't losing weight is because you don't take it serious. When there's a chance for you to cheat on your meal, you take it. When you eat your food, you don't track it. You don't know how many calories you're making. You are not active. You are not burning like the amount of calories that you think, you know, those like calorie calculators. You put there, yeah, I'm active, like I 5 times a day. The thing equals up to 2,500. The more realistic thing is that you burn around 1,800 calories or 2,000. So you just end up being in this same position. You won't get any fatter and you won't get any lower. This is exactly what happened to me. I'm speaking from my own mistakes. Those are like the biggest thing when I think back that held me back there, that didn't allow me to make progress. If you're anyone trying to get in shape but you're still struggling, then the first link in the description, come and hop on a call with me. Maybe we can get something better. Yeah?